Kyle Busch had a golden chance to break his long winless streak at the Echo Park Automotive Grand Prix at Circuit of the Americas.
Drives alongside
they're
and
into one
contact. Careful here comes Byron.
Well, that's the type of stuff that puts you puts yourself in a bad position, and then
he was in control for most of the race, leading for 42 laps, but a late caution flag changed everything. Busch, who had a 6-second lead after his final pit stop, saw his advantage disappear when Denny Hamlin crashed into Austin Dillon, bringing out the caution. This allowed Christopher Bell, who had fresher tires, to close the gap. Despite Busch's best efforts, Bell eventually passed him with 6 laps to go and pulled away. Busch finished in 5th place, a frustrating end to what could have been a victory. Busch's frustration was clear. He had done everything right for most of the race. His crew chief, Randall Burnett, made the right call to pit on lap 69, giving Busch fresh tires for the final stretch. And that strategy worked well at first, as Busch built a strong lead while Bell stayed out longer before pitting. But the caution changed everything. Without it, Bell would have had to work much harder to catch Busch. Instead, the caution allowed Bell to restart closer, erasing Busch's lead and giving Bell a big advantage. After the restart, Busch did everything he could to hold his position. He used a defensive line and tried to block Bell, but Bell's fresher tires made the difference. Bell attempted to pass into turn 1, but locked up his tires, nearly making contact with Busch. For a moment, it looked like Busch might hold on, but Bell stayed patient, knowing his car was faster. With 6 laps left, he finally made his move and pulled away. Busch's problems didn't end there. Once Bell got past him, other drivers started closing in. William Byron and Tyler Reddick were gaining ground, and Busch's tires were wearing down. By the final lap, Chase Elliott also managed to pass him, dropping Busch to 5th place. This result extended Busch's winless streak to 60 races, dating back to June 2023 at Worldwide Technology Raceway. For a driver with 2 championships and over 60 career wins, this was a tough pill to swallow. He had been close to victory several times during this drought, but things kept going wrong. Either a strategy call that didn't work out, bad luck struck, or another driver simply had a better car. This time, it was a mix of all 3. Despite the frustration, there were positives. Busch showed great speed throughout the weekend, even though his team struggled in practice. They made adjustments that put him in a strong position on race day. Leading 42 laps was a good sign that his team was heading in the right direction. If they can keep performing at this level, a win could be near. Bell was also thrilled with his victory. He had been in the championship 4 in both 2022 and 2023, but fell short each time. Last year, he missed out on the final completely, which left him frustrated. This win at Circuit of the Americas showed that he and his team were back on track. He made the right strategy call by staying out longer before pitting, and the late caution played into his hands perfectly. Once he had the lead, he never looked back. Busch's crew chief, Randall Burnett, admitted that the caution flag was the turning point. As the leader, Busch was in a tough position. His team had to make their pit stop decision first, while Bell's team had the advantage of reacting to Busch's move. When Busch pitted, Bell's team chose to stay out, knowing it would give them fresher tires later. And that decision paid off when the caution came out. If there had been no caution, Busch might have been able to hold off Bell. But with the field bunched up for the restart, Busch was in trouble. The frustration for Busch is that he knows he had the speed to win. He led the most laps and controlled the race for long stretches. But in NASCAR, being the fastest does not always guarantee victory. Strategy and luck play big roles, and this time, the timing of the caution worked against him. This loss will sting, but Busch isn't the type to dwell on it for long. He has been through ups and downs in his career, and he knows that success comes from persistence. His number 8 team has been making progress, and if they keep running at the front, a win will come sooner rather than later. Now, Bell has already won races even when he didn't have the fastest car, something that wasn't always the case in 2024. Last year at Circuit of the Americas, he finished second while chasing the leader. This time, he made sure to come out on top, proving that he has learned from past experiences. Bell understands that winning early in the season is important, but he is also focused on the bigger picture. The NASCAR Cup Series is a long battle, and consistency is key. Every race matters, and he knows that staying strong at critical tracks like Phoenix and Las Vegas will be essential when the playoffs arrive. His team has worked hard to prepare for these high-pressure moments, and they believe they are capable of delivering when it matters most. One major advantage for Bell is his track record at upcoming races. He's already won at 2 of the next 3 tracks on the schedule, which means he has a strong chance of continuing his hot streak. Over the last 3 seasons, Bell has proven that he can win multiple times in a year. But to truly establish himself as a dominant driver, he knows he needs to take things to the next level. Drivers like Kyle Larson and William Byron have had seasons where they won 4 to 6 races, making them clear championship threats. Bell believes that he can reach that level, and his recent performances show that he is on the right path. A key factor in Bell's success has been his ability to perform under pressure, especially at playoff tracks. These races decide who wins the championship, and Bell has consistently shown that he can step up when it counts. His crew chief, Adam Stevens, has been working with him since 2021, and together they have built a strong partnership. Stevens is confident that their team can compete for wins every single week. He's not just aiming to be competitive. He believes that the number 20 team has what it takes to be the car to beat every time they hit the track. Stevens understands that every other team will be bringing their best efforts, but he has complete trust in his driver and the entire Joe Gibbs Racing organization. He has made it clear that there is no reason they can't keep winning in the coming weeks. Bell and his team are heading to Phoenix next, a track where they won last year. This gives them an excellent opportunity to secure another victory and continue their strong start to the season. Every race is an opportunity to gain more playoff points and build momentum for the later stages of the season. With Bell's current form, he could soon establish himself as the driver everyone else is chasing. Last year, Bell and his team felt that they left a lot on the table. They had the potential to achieve more, but didn't fully capitalize on their opportunities. This time, they have made adjustments to ensure that they don't repeat the same mistakes. Their focus has been on improving their team strategy, decision-making, and execution. So far, those efforts are paying off. The race at Circuit of the Americas was another example of how unpredictable and exciting NASCAR can be. Strategy, tire management, and racecraft all played a role in determining the outcome. While Bell celebrated his victory, Kyle Busch saw the race as a missed opportunity. He had a strong car, and at one point, it looked like he might be able to take the win. But in NASCAR, things can change quickly, and this time, the circumstances didn't fall in his favor. So that's all we have for today's episode. Don't forget to comment down your thoughts on this. And while you're down there, make sure you smash that subscribe button as well.